So today I'm watching Avengers Infinity War. Really excited about it. Yeah, it's been planning that for about 3 weeks now. So, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I honestly have no idea what just happened because it was 2 hours and 45 minutes of depression. I swear to God. I was so like, I expected like a super bleak opening and then the rest of the movie to be really cool, and what I got was some like a really cool depression basically. So yeah. Hey yo, Arnold! Yeah, is this script good enough? The
Terminator approves.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be back.
I'm shifting my mind to get around you. Still hiding from the truth.
So, Avengers Infinity War. My goodness, was it a good movie. 10 years in the making, and the only reason I ever watched all the MCU films up to date. Even though I may have skipped a few. But no worries, I've watched it, cried about it, suffered my grief, and as expected, there will be spoilers. So, if you don't want spoilers, please click away now. Go see the movie, and then come back and watch this. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Don't you mean we?
Oh yeah, Decade's here.
Told you I'd be back.
Spoilers ahead. Let's go!
Let's first talk about the super thick mad lad, Thanos. Thanos is an amazing character, and Josh Brolin did a really great job portraying the character with so much emotion. The CGI, the mocap, everything. The Russo brothers took an interesting take on making Thanos take the spotlight, whereas the Avengers, Guardians, Wakanda, etc. are all secondary characters. Was it risky? Absolutely. And it was a good risk. Thanos isn't like any other antagonist in the MCU, or any villain in particular. His beliefs and actions may be wrong, but you can't help but think he might be right. His actions are justified in real-world issues like overpopulation, hence the idea of destroying half the universe. And as for the complaint that he's a heartless D-bag like almost every other villain, think again. He knew he had to do it, but you know he still mourned for killing Gamora. He's not motivated by vengeance like Killmonger. He's not a being who wants to be worshipped by the world like Apocalypse. And of course he doesn't want to rule the universe like Steppenwolf or something. He's like all of us. Someone who has emotions and feelings. He's conquered realms, destroyed planets, and killed trillions just to have a peaceful place to watch the sunrise. And given that was the frame the film ended on, it's kind of poignant. You want to hate the dude because he just killed a bunch of your heroes, but you can't. Because deep down you know he's just a misguided mad titan who just wants to save the universe by killing half of it. You know he really cares when you see he used the Infinity Gauntlet to replenish every resource in the universe. His snap was a reset button on the world. A reset button on everything. A reset on the Avengers themselves. Speaking of the Avengers, putting certain superheroes of the MCU into certain teams makes the chemistry sometimes seem like a really satisfying chemical reaction. When it comes to team-ups, they are always the best and interesting ones. Thor's teaming up with Rocket and Groot is one of my favorites. One of the reasons being the entrance Thor and the others made into Wakanda. Thor. Always one for dramatic entrances. Doctor Strange and Iron Man meeting each other and fighting alongside each other at the beginning is one of the things we've been anticipating, and their interactions are similar to that of Iron Man's interactions with Cap from when they first met in way back in the first Avengers film. Quite the parallels. Spider-Man is another thing I loved seeing in Infinity War, and every frame he was on left me smiling like an idiot. But I was really scared as to what's gonna happen to him from the very moment he's on screen. But there was nothing to be scared of. He was just making pop culture references, being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man he is, and he's always looking up to the Avengers like a kid, and even then he has his own style of doing things. And I can't describe every single character's interactions, but I can say that overall it really was interesting and funny at sometimes. Overall, the pacing and segmentation of the film into 3 sub-stories was well done. I wasn't bored by them, they did not seem too long. It was just the right amount of cliffhanging and dragging.
This one really felt like Thanos punched me in the heart with his gauntlet. Every hit they receive, you feel their pain. Not only that, this movie had deaths. Many memorable characters fading away before your very eyes can bring any hardcore badass to tears. It was unexpected, it was painful, and it hurt. Everyone took their fading away really solemnly. But the one that really hit me hard was Spidey. Most people I know are Spider-Man fans since young, but Peter, he's a kid. He wasn't used to the death in this scale, so watching him start to cry to Tony, saying, "I don't want to die." Damn. Kudos to Tom Holland for that one scene. There was also an idea that the fading away were random, but the thing is, they were not. Bucky is Captain America's partner since World War II. Groot is like a son to Rocket, confirmed by James Gunn himself. Rocket loses his family. Wanda and Vision get to be together in the afterlife. Maybe, maybe not. Shuri becomes the only child as Wakanda has lost their king. Falcon is the reason for War Machine to lose his legs. Nick Fury and Maria Hill are the only 2 capable people to call for help. Spider-Man is like a son that Tony wished he had, and Doctor Strange was the only one who knew how Thanos is defeated. It wasn't random. It was literally half of the universe. Half of the Avengers. And of course, the post-credit scene. We see Nick Fury fade away as he sends a call for help to the superpowered heroine known as Captain Marvel, or many other names like Miss Marvel, the Litvin, etc. Anyway, I know there was going to be a Captain Marvel movie, but that part shocked me. 1. How is Captain Marvel going to help fix all this? 2. Where has she been?
Actually, I think I can help with that. You see, notice she was not contacted with a phone, but a pager, meaning that Captain Marvel's story is canonically set in the 80s. Pretty sure, like Steve Rogers, something will happen that brings her to present day. And as for how long she's gonna fix this, she can't. She cannot even go toe-to-toe with Stark, so it's kind of a long shot expecting her to face Thanos. However, I'm pretty sure she will be a part of the Phase 4 roster of heroes, but as of now it's mainly speculation.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And with that, let's dial back the fanboying and nitpick a bit, shall we?
just a bit.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
The trailers were a lie. Hulk only appeared for the first few minutes of Infinity War, and decided not to come out because he got his butt kicked by Thanos. In the comics, Hulk is one of the few people Thanos avoids fighting with. So Hulk saying no! And not wanting to go green is stupid and a waste. But it's not like we missed him either. In Ultron, Hulk was used a lot, so I get why they made Bruce shine for a bit. But on the bright side, Thor took the spotlight as the real strongest Avenger. Pretty sure Tony Stark needs to change the voice password now.
Welcome, strongest Avenger.
The minions were interesting characters. No, not those minions. These minions. But sadly, the fact that they were killed off in the first act immediately after they were introduced was kind of annoying. It felt like their deaths were rushed and they could have had character arcs, but it's kind of understandable why theirs had to be cut down for the major story arcs. But still, why include such interesting and complicated characters only for them to be heroes' fodder? It just felt wasted. And that's all the nitpicking we have for this movie.
Infinity War was amazing for a completely different reason. Rather than going down the DC path and making a really bleak movie, the Russell Bros did exactly that, but one that was fun to watch. There was no build up to the main event because we've been watching their build up for at least 8 to 10 years now. Wait, Ma! We've been watching their build up for at least 8 years. No wait, 10 years. 3 phases. And this is the 3rd phase. There's gonna be a 4th phase now. So they made the focus to Thanos and made us feel for the biggest villain of the MCU. They made one long narrative in 3 parts, so it's easy to follow along to. And although that was something new, they pulled it off successfully, resulting in a fast-paced movie with equal time spent with everyone. The events of this film left lasting damage on the rest of the MCU. And of course, characters died. In comic book movies, this is rare. As scary as it is to kill off heroes without inciting the masses. But here, they made it a plot thread and a clean kill. Well, let's just see how this story ends. And strap on, guys. The MCU is going to get a whole lot bigger and so much more better.
And with that, we have come to the end of our review. What are your thoughts? Leave them in the comments below. I promise we'll read them. Or tweet at us. Decade's at @officialdecade15 and I'm at @DforDeejay. Until next time, I'm DforDeejay.
And I'm Decade15. Peace out.
Can't prepare for unstoppable.